Not I'm through with white girls. I was low-key through with this movie, but it sort of has something to say. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss I'm Through with White Girls. Now this movie is from 2007 and it stars Anthony Montgomery. Now before I get into why you might want to go back and revisit this little indie film and why you might see a little bit of yourself in this character in some way, shape, or form, I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're going to come back and discuss all things. You know, you can't be out here judging a book by its cover. All white girls ain't the same. All black girls aren't painted with the same brush. Get your life together. Recognize. Don't do that. Now that you guys have hopefully started to see more of me, let's get into this movie. But before we dive into the movie, I have to give a shout out to the person who paid for and requested this movie. If you happen to get your whole life, or you might be like me, ain't never even heard of this movie, it's because of this person right here. Thank you so much for supporting my content and paying for this movie. You all that. All that. Now, getting into the movie, this movie was directed by Jennifer Sharp and it was executed in less than 30 days. I think it deserves some credit for that. This is, you know, more of the free, indie, low budget films. But underneath there is a story about, you know, race and relations and judging people based on preferences and all this other stuff. There's layers of, you know, commitment, fear, and having these really artificial, shallow feelings about what a significant other should be in a relationship. But due to, you know, a little layer of cheese factor here in the film, with it being a little bit dated, you might miss those things and it might pull you away from the film. But if you push all the cheesiness aside, there is some depth here. Now we are introduced to Jay Brooks here, who is breaking up with a white girlfriend yet again. This is a routine for him. He has, you know, relationships for a few months, searches high and low for something wrong with that person, and then he leaves. Does he leave in a mature way? You know, say goodbye, it's not me, it's not you, it's you, you know, something? No. He literally writes a letter, packs his shit, and runs off like a thief in the night. It's actually, you know, a game with him, a little cat and mouse situation. Like, oh my God, I just broke another white woman's heart. Let me lay low so she doesn't find me. He has an intense fear of commitment. Now, at this point, he has a preference to only date white girls. He's not racist. He's not ashamed to be a brother. He just feels like, I'm gonna go where I'm celebrated, which I thought was really funny, because now if you have women try to explore or do other things, it's like frowned upon. But we have somebody here in the early 2000s, you know, I'm gonna go where I'm celebrated. Like, I don't have time to be trying to explain myself to people. And he may have to explain himself because Jay is a different kind of black dude. He's nerdy, he's quirky, he, you know, smokes a cigarette like it's the damn 20s on a stick. Like, he's, you know, a writer for comic books and graphic novels. He's, you know, an artist. He's outspoken, judgmental at times. He feels like he's a nerdy black guy and no black woman is going to get him or want to be with him. So why not be with a white woman? Now we have his best friend Drake here. He's scheduled to be married soon to a black woman, and you kind of have his family coming down hard on his friend Jay, thinking that he's color struck. You have a problem. Why don't you want to be, you know, with a black woman? Why don't you want to be with your own, like, son? Come on, you might have more success in your relationships if you try to be with a sister. And he feels the exact same way at this point, and we want to go and do Operation Brown Sugar. Yeah, this Operation Brown Sugar, that's what they call the shit. Now he is feeling the exact same way at this point and not acknowledging the fact that all of his past relationships with white women are lacking or failing because he has a fear of commitment. He's just chalking it up to, it's just all the white women in general. That's why I'm having a failure to launch ass situation. You know what? I'm gonna try to date me some black girls. Operation Date a Black Girl. Now, when we get into Drake here as his best friend and the whole marriage aspect that he has going on, he has the lawyer fiance. Their families are meshing well. She's more on the classy side. His family's supposed to be on, the hood, little ghetto side, kind of those don't embarrass me at my wedding people. She feels like, she's feeling some type of way. Now, it was supposed to be really dynamic with Drake's upbringing versus Jay's. It's just like, in my household, I feel like, my mom would have came really, really down on me. It's that whole, if she can't use your home, don't bring her home. But at your home, you were free to just be you, explore, try different things. And, there was something to be said there, but they kind of took it a bit far with Bookman and them and making them, those goofy ghetto parents. So when we do have some intensity with their friendship and him having that friend just trying to really push him along to, I don't care what color she is. It's just about that time. We're, about to be in our 30s and on up and, marriage is on the table. You need to get serious about your life and the women that are in it. Get responsible. So after we have Jay just feeling like, you know what? I've never been to jail. I don't have any kids and I have a job. I should be able to find one black woman who wants to be with me. But of course, we're diving in with all of these preconceived notions like, oh, Tamika. My name is Tamisha, okay? Like, get it together. Act like you don't know how to say my name. With all these, preconceived things, oh, this is how black women are. This is, So he's already going into the dates wrong, and each one of them is worse than the last. But it's not just him and his brutal honesty ruining these days. We also have the women here having their thoughts about him. Well, you live in LA, you don't have a car, aren't you an adult? Where do you live? How much do you make? We need answers. And you're not giving me the kind that I want you to give me. And on top of that, you have this boyish, I'm not grown yet charm about yourself. And you seem a little goofy. Why are we on this date again? It was not going well. We even have him, try to look past the color barrier a little bit more. Like, when I said women of color, I mean of all colors. Like, I'm willing to go out with an Asian woman. That should be good, right? But we have a really hilarious moment of the both of them out and fetishizing each other. Oh my God, if you're an Asian woman, I'm seeing, a sex kitten, one little geisha, sucky. Like, no, you have those Asian fetishes in your mind. And then you get everything from her perspective. Oh, you my African Mandingo spear thrower. We just need to get it on and never hears from the lady again. It's not going well with Operation Brown Sugar. That is until he happens to meet Catherine. Now, he's seen Catherine in passing, but at that point, she was still, considered, that's still just another black girl. That's before he got on the brown sugar train. Now, Catherine is a half white, half black Canadian woman, and she is just as awkward and nerdy as he is. She has blue dreads. She's, earthy. She loves therapy. She's super duper talkative, asks all the questions in the world. She's a writer. She's outspoken, but she's shy. She doesn't like to read in public. She has her own quirks, and as soon as you meet and see the two of them together, it's almost like kismet. They get each other. They seem so equally yoked. She was very much giving that, Cree Summers, Freddie, a different real energy, real enchanted. Now, after some severe begging, coercing, following, baby, please, they go on a date. And so far, he has had horrible dates, but this one goes really, really well. The only thing that's a little bit off-putting and quirky is the fact that he doesn't dance. He never dances. He is totally against it for his own personal reasons. But, things are going so well. He really, really likes her. So much to the fact that they actually sleep together on the very first date. Now, despite his best friend's fiance not initially wanting them to meet, they meet anyway. They're hitting it off. It's a good time. Even though they have sex on the first date and he's feeling like, this might have been a mistake. She wasn't really, here with me in the morning. Maybe this was a one and done. It's not. They are so into each other and they have so much in common that it's ridiculous. All the way down to their quirks and outlooks at life, relationships, and anything that he could say that was, brutally honest or off-putting. She thinks it's funny. She gets him. She gets his humor. They get each other. But we have him consistently all the time trying to find something wrong with her. There's that this is too good to be true sense going on. Anybody ever did that in a relationship? Be like, this shit going a little too well. Like something's up. Some gotta be wrong with her. That is not always the case. And in his case, it was more of a commitment thing. Like, nah, like I'm gonna get you before you get me. There has to be something wrong with her, and I'm gonna find it. But in the meantime, we're gonna enjoy each other's company. We both, love a good cigarette, love to hang out, wine, drawing, artsy stuff, talking, family, friends. We're having a good time. But something is wrong with her. I can tell. Now, he is not even acknowledging the fact that them even initially meeting was at her hiding from her own book signing because she's so afraid to speak in public. I love the idea of her being so afraid to speak in public, even though she's a writer and people love her book. This entire movie, people love her book. She is about to blow up. But she is in fear of being judged for her speaking voice because she's Black and she talks like a valley white girl. I don't want people to hear it and I don't want people to judge it. We've been there. But meeting at her book signing, having them form their relationship on a little small lie that he's actually read her book and has yet to do so. He has not read her book out of fear that he won't like it and it's just going to pick at his brain so much that he will break up with her for that sole reason. Just because he reads it and won't like it. This was a silly ass human being. Now, where I said the best friend getting married and the whole fiance situation and their families being different, not adding a whole bunch of substance to the film, we also have a whole nother plot courtesy of his white best friend. Now, he does have, some pretty decent traits of just, seeing women as women. He's open to date whoever. He's trying to push his man to, be positive about his new relationship. She's perfect. Why would you ever want to find something wrong with her? Calm down and just be happy. We also have him trying to be Mr. fucking hip hop. Like, this, of course, is a white guy. He's trying to get next to a white woman who works in a book/record store type place. And for him to work in there, he feels like they're looking for a hip hop person, so he needs to become hibbity hip hop. I don't know, maybe it was funny in 2007. It was not giving me anything that I needed. I did like the other aspects of his character, kind of calling his friend out on his shit and him really working hard to get next to a girl who at the end of the day had a fucking boyfriend. But it was cute or whatever. But him being hip hop with the hat to the side, knowing all his hip hop facts, yeah, y'all can have that. Now, after we've had them just be inseparable and happy for some time, we do have a clash of the classy and ghetto family via a little brunch. But for the most part, you just see how much she uplifts him. He has this thing where he's kind of tearing down himself. It's like, I'm not where I feel like I should be, getting out of school with my job. I'm not too good with relationships. So if someone's going to talk shit about me, it's going to be me. I'm going to bring up, that awkwardness to the conversation. She is for it. She loves that about him. She loves his honesty. She loves everything about him. And it makes everybody else love him in turn. It's just like, wow, everybody thinks she is so great. She's so good for you. Why would you ever doubt that? Down to his best friend and his soon-to-be wife. This is the first time my wife has even given you a compliment. She's happy that you found someone. I can't be hanging out all close to you as a married man and you out here for the streets being single. Yes, come into the fold, my brother. But we have Jay steady picking away at the relationship and something wrong with her. Meanwhile, since she is, more so the financially successful book writer, she has been paying for everything, buying him stuff, trying to push him further into his career goal to create, his own graphic novel, getting him job opportunities, even goes as far as to get him a car. Asked me she was doing too much and he didn't deserve it. But let's not be judgmental. Now, where she has been buying stuff this entire film, making him feel, well, why would she want to do that? Why would she want to buy me some? I ain't shit. Like, it must be something wrong with her. But no, it's just off the strength of her seeing something in him that he did not see himself. I believe in you. I believe in this relationship. I want us to be great. I want you to be great. We even have her agree, even though she is just so afraid to read in public, so much so that she won't even go on a book tour to promote her book that everybody loves. But via the best white hippity hip hop friend who's trying to get closer to a girl, like, oh my God, it would be so dope and great publicity for the store if you have her read here. She goes and agrees to do it just off the strength of me being your girlfriend and wanting to support you and your friend. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to read in public for you. I'm going to face my fear for you. All I need you to do is face your fear for me and dance in public. Shit, dance at all. Now, this in turn just turns him up. The moment she gave him a car, it was like, oh, okay, girl. Like, even if this is a hoopty, I'm not here for it. You're doing too much. This just put red flags all in his face. He's seeing himself settling, being married with children. Like, oh my God, she wants me to commit to her. She's asking for a lot. She want me to be in love with her, committed, have us, living our best lives, having thriving careers and shit, and healthy relationships. Oh Lord, no, she asking for too much. At which we have him do what he has been doing his entire life. Writing them goddamn letters and running the fuck off. Wrote her a letter. I can't do this no more. It's not you, it's me. Ran off. Coward. Now, though we've had everybody waving their jazz hands in his fucking face about how incredible she is and how good he is with her, how he should be, just shouting from the rooftops. You should take this opportunity. You found your fucking soulmate. Just go and be happy. He goes all the way home before he has a revelation of, oh my God, what the hell am I doing? I'm making a mistake. I love this person. I need to be with her. She's good for me. She has been supporting me, not even, just financially, but emotionally. She's, really good for me. She's a great woman. Let me speed my way back to her place, sneak in her house and get this note to act like this never happened and just move on with our relationship. But no, he accidentally drops it and she reads it and realizes his intentions. You were just going to break up with me and just leave and not say anything. I mean, yeah, but I mean, we're okay now. Everything's good now. I understand now. I see what we mean to each other. Bring it in. Like, no, back the fuck up. I'm upset now. Like, you low-key not who I thought you were. You're not ready for what I thought you were ready for. He low-key ain't appreciate her the whole movie. But you're not appreciating me right now the way I thought you were. I need time to think. Low-key, y'all know what I need time to think is. That means I don't want you no more. Now we end off the movie with everything being turned around for him. Normally he's the one that has the white women, blowing him up, calling him, leaving messages frantic, trying to figure out, why did you break up with me? I want to be with you. Answer my calls. Now the tables have turned. He's the one waiting by the phone, waiting to hear from her, hoping that she takes him back. Even shows up to the book signing, completely ignores him. I don't want a letter. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. Operation failure. Now we have a big arc for him happen in the movie. We've had him continuing to run away from this one white woman, this one white ex-girlfriend that he broke up with via a letter as soon as the movie came on. And I knew once we had him, really confront what he did, we would see some growth and maturity on his part. And we did. He finally said, it wasn't you at all. They have the damn joke. Like, you broke up with me because I said you look like Gary Coleman. Like, no, girl, that was not the issue. I broke up with you because I was in fear of commitment. This was my issue. You didn't do anything wrong. He is finally acknowledging that it was not those women. It's not about color. It was never about that. It's been me this entire time. And I may have lost out on the one person that I actually love because of myself. It's been you, brother. But we have, everything come to a head in a climax at a wedding where she's there. She arrives. First of all, I ain't like how he was neglecting all of his responsibility as a best man. Like, anywho, But you know, he's down and out. She's not returning any calls. I'm just seeing her at this wedding. I've seen my best friend get married to the love of his life. I want to have that one day. Maybe I can have that with you. You know, I'm giving you my best man speech, my best, you know, Lance and Mia ass speech up here. Like, girl, do you see me? Like, she's like, no, I still don't want to hear that shit. I have not seen anything. He has yet in this whole movie to just lay his cards out on the table and just be himself. Like, let me see you take a chance. Prove to me that I need to be with you. What am I risking? Like, what? Who cares? I was trying to help you out here. Your job, your income, your car. What? No. But you have him do what he's promised that he wouldn't do this entire film. He has talked with her. He has begged her down. Like, girl, backed her into a corner. Girl, please, please, please. You know what? I love you so much, and I want to be with you so much that just like you facing your fear, reading in front of a crowd, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to go out, and I'm going to safety dance. We can dance if you want to. He goes out, and we see him dance, and we see why he never dances, because it looks like homie is having a whole mental breakdown / stroke / It was like a handicap Carlton out there. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But this in turn, you know, really proves his feelings and his intentions, and they get back together. Personally though, like, I would let him have that shit. Like, she was trying to do too much. Like, she was really, really a good woman. When someone shows you that they're a good anything, you hold on to them. Regardless of color, race, preferences, none of that matter at the end. It's about what's in here, on the inside. When somebody's good on the inside, you fucking hold on. No matter what color they are. Get your fear commitment out of here. Get that shit out of here. Well, you guys, that was my review for I'm Through with White Girls. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a watch. I'll say that this was a watch. I really wasn't too sure about the film, but when I surpassed a lot of the stuff that was going on in a lot of the storyline with the other characters, I really just didn't care for. And I feel like if those were left out or portrayed differently or better, it would have added more substance to the movie. But you know, we didn't get that. It's indie. We can't be asking for too much. But with everything else, there is, you know, a lesson to be learned in this film about relationships and barriers and color and judging books and, you know, all that good stuff. If I'm trying to be here with you and support you as your woman, you better hold on. You know what I'm saying? Drop down and tell me how you guys felt about the review, if you've ever even seen this film, and I look forward to reading your comments. I see you guys next time. Bye.